This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. We are still in a weather alert for this extreme heat across the county. Today is hotter than yesterday. Maybe you've noticed. Chief Meteorologist Sheena Parveen joins us now with a look at this hot forecast. Hi, Sheena.
Hi there. As we head through the afternoon, it's going to be a little bit hotter. Extreme heat warning for all areas inland through Friday. Heat advisory for the coast through Friday. So for today, coastal communities will be near 90 degrees. Inland valleys, upper 90s to near 100. Mountains, mid 90s. Slight storm chance. Deserts near 115. It'll be like this for the rest of the week. So temperatures inland could be around 100 to 105. We could see some record or near record highs. And the coast will stay mostly around 90 with the beaches in the 80s. We'll take a look at everyone's 10-day forecast when the heat will finally start to let up. That's coming up.
Thank you. Right now, calls are mounting for the city to better protect sea lions living at La Jolla Cove. Last night, dozens of community members made their voices heard at a La Jolla Parks and Beaches Commission meeting. Some attendees pushed to keep access open for both swimmers and beachgoers, while others went as far as to campaign for a full closure of the cove.
There's no reason that sea lions should keep the American and California people off of the beaches of California. In fact, I believe that the California Coastal Act should allow them access to those beaches.
We have 7 miles of coastal access in La Jolla alone, and the sea lions, they only occupy half a mile of that 7-mile stretch. They have half a mile a couple of months out of the year to birth their babies, to nurse them, and to rear them. Why would we be entitled to go and interact with these animals?
The commission is proposing a compromise. In a letter to the city, they are asking that La Jolla Cove be restricted to water access only from June through mid-September during peak pupping season. People who live in Encinitas are voicing their anger after heavily armed federal immigration agents descended on this busy retail area. This was the scene here at the shopping center off Leucadia Boulevard Thursday morning. Agents in unmarked cars wearing tactical gear with canines and rifles. Customs and Border Protection says ICE and U.S. Marshals were trying to make an arrest when that suspect hit a marshal's vehicle, then ran away. They say ICE called in help from Border Patrol's tactical unit, and the person was apprehended then a short time later. But witnesses said this level of force was excessive.
It felt reminiscent of some of what we've seen in other parts of the country that have resulted in people losing their lives. And I don't want that coming to Encinitas.
ICE said in a statement the man they arrested is from Mexico and that he's been deported twice before. The San Diego City Council has officially repealed Measure C, a step toward restoring the 30-foot height limit there in the Midway District. Measure C exempted Midway from San Diego's 30-foot coastal height limit, allowing taller buildings in the area. After several legal challenges, the court ruled the city did not adequately analyze the environmental impacts of removing the height limit. The City Council repealed the measure under a court order, but that doesn't necessarily mean Midway Rising won't happen. Developers of the 48-acre development plan for the sports arena believe the project will be approved based on the state's housing density bonus law.
Midway Rising has now taken a different course of action, which is an interpretation by Sacramento, the Housing and Community Development, that interprets state law and says because of the nature of what Midway Rising is proposing, they can actually get a deviation or variance depending on how the lawyers look at it. And they can say we are not bound by the coastal height limit. So they no longer need the easier path, which was Measure C.
Opponents of Midway Rising were not given the chance to discuss the project because yesterday's move by the City Council was only to repeal Measure C. The City Council is now expected to vote on Midway Rising sometime in the fall. A popular online betting platform is up and running here in California despite the fact that sports betting is still illegal here, the loophole being used to get around state law. And we are in the home stretch of our Clear the Shelters campaign, so just a few more days to adopt a pet with reduced or waived fees from more than a dozen participating shelters. For more information on that campaign, you can head to NBC7.com. We'll see you in a bit.
left. I'm sorry.
Let's do this.
Where do you get your information from?
Well, definitely start with the local news.
The reason why I love listening to local news like NBC, they give the facts.
California families could feel
They have a genuine interest, first as people and second as a news team.
Because this is their community too.
Sometimes the news isn't always fun. Bringing it to us every day in good and bad times is something that we rely on.
Nice to have you with us.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. We have an update for you on the mold that was found at a second Poway Unified School. 12 classrooms at Black Mountain Ranch Elementary were retested today, while Del Sur Elementary remains closed for mold remediation. More than 900 Del Sur students are now temporarily attending Stone Ranch Elementary, where they received a warm welcome on their first day.
I think the one thing that really was difficult for us was Wednesday morning, hearing that school wasn't going to start Thursday morning. I think that was probably one of the hardest pieces of this school year, and that was a good thing, he says. So I think that was difficult for us, and then just not knowing what to expect. Looking forward to the routine of school and being back with friends in the classroom too.
It's all about perspective, right? The district says students will remain at Stone Ranch until testing shows it is safe to return to Del Sur. That could take about a month. Sports betting remains illegal here in California, but the popular online betting and gaming site DraftKings is now fully available in our state. In 2022, California voters overwhelmingly voted no to 2 propositions that would have legalized sports gambling. Still, online betting sites, including DraftKings, Kalashi, and Polymarket, are taking advantage of a loophole referred to as the prediction market. Rather than traditional bets on outcomes, users fund what are called event contracts. The difference is that the prediction market is federally regulated and able to bypass state laws and bans. One of the groups this directly impacts are tribal communities with casinos.
And, you know, it's taken us 30 plus years to build tribal gaming overall to a $40+ billion market. And now we've seen, you know, I'll pick one company, Kalashi, who started off as, you know, a $20 million company and are now being evaluated, you know, north of $10 billion in the span of less than 2 years.
Anyone 18 years old or older are allowed to place bets on these prediction sites. For traditional sports betting, you have to be 21 years old. We have a live look for you out to Petco Park, where the Padres will look for revenge in Game 2 of their series against the Pirates. It was a nail-biter last night, going into extra innings. The Padres had their chances, tying the game in the 8th, but just couldn't come up with the big hit. San Diego went just 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position and left 10 men on base in a frustrating 3-2 loss. The game ended in the 12th inning just before 11 p.m. last night. Chief Meteorologist Sheena Parveen will have a look at this hot weather forecast for you right after this.
On January 22nd, I got a phone call from my daughter.
Rolling.
All right. She said, "Mom, the water's already waist high," and we were all scrambling.
There's been 2 wildfires that have come through. We were able to watch NBC7, and we knew that as long as they were there, we were going to be okay.
We're going to be here. We're going to keep an eye on things.
Because of you guys, they acted.
This is the source of all of this neighborhood's problems.
Everything can be so unpredictable, and we rely on this coverage.
And that's a tornado warning.
Hi there, I'm NBC7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen. We have an extreme heat warning inland for all areas inland through Friday. Heat advisory at the coast. Beaches will be in the mid to low 80s. Coastal communities around 90. Inland valleys, mid to upper 90s with some areas near 100 degrees. Slight storm chance for mountains and deserts. It'll stay this way through the rest of the week. We could see some record heat too. Rest of this week at the coast around 90. Inland valleys 100 to 105, and then relief arrives Sunday. And next week, not as hot either.
Okay, hot forecast though this week. And if you don't have access to air conditioning, or maybe yours is broken, there are plenty of cool zones around the county, including places like the library. We'll have a full list on our website for you. Just go to NBC7.com. You can click on the trending bar there to scope those out. There's also more coverage you count on every day at NBC7.com. We'll see you this afternoon. Thanks for watching.